Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Flash, and thank you for joining me for another Marvel Snap video. It is Friday, so you know what that means. We got another Black Dama cook. This one is called Final Judgment. Strap yourselves in, let's check out the deck, and let's go for a ride. Alright, so you see the deck here, Final Judgment. Before we get into all of that, as usual, please do the things that help us out here. Like, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. We're a pinch by now, we've probably climbed past 700, but we're on our way to 1,000. Let's keep it pushing. So the main goal of what this deck wants to do, it is an Arishem deck, right? So it is looking to take advantage of that. It's looking to take advantage of the extra kind of energy cheat, right? Quinjet, Loki, all the Loki stuff. We got some surprise plays in here to catch your opponent off guard. So it's looking to do those type of things as well. It's got counterplay. There's a lot happening in this deck that is very along the lines of things that we know Black Dama loves to do and play these type of cards. As you see, his homeboy Professor X is in here, and we know how much Black Dama loves himself some Professor X. So with that being said, let's get into the card by card breakdown for this deck. Quinjet is here to be the extra energy cheat, right? You're looking to go extra in the cheat department and outpace your opponent, because a lot of people are playing Arishem right now. It's well over 70%, 75%, depending on what part of the meta you're in. A lot of people are playing the card, and you get to double take advantage of that extra energy with a card like Quinjet in here. Agent Coulson needs no introduction in these decks, right? He goes hand in hand with Loki, gives you a 4 and a 5, and he's just overall good at what he does. He gives you extra cards, helps with Arishem, the whole game plan. It helps, you get that extra energy cheat with Quinjet. And if the cards suck and you don't want to play them, there's just more cards that you could just Loki away and steal more cards from your opponent to play them at a lesser cost. Wave has never been as good as she is here since her rework, and not prior, because she used to do busted things before. But being able to play Wave on turn 2 into a 6-drop is just absolutely busted, because that's something that you're going to be able to do that your opponent is not going to be able to do. Okay, so that's of course, unless they're running Arishem, right? Because then they can also. But that being near here nor there, it's going to beat a lot of the other matchups, because you get to play a 6-drop on turn 3, which is absolutely wild stuff. So yeah, Wave enables a lot of busted things in this deck, and hopefully we get to showcase some of those things. Shang-Chi, I'm not sure we ever have to explain ever again why Shang-Chi's in the deck. He's great. Look at the beautiful variant. Shang-Chi. Loki here actually ends up being the backup plan for this deck and what it wants to do, because you're really cheating with Arishem and doing all that stuff, that busted stuff. But Loki is the backup plan. If things aren't going well and the cards you're pulling from Arishem are really trash and you happen to get your Loki, bam, you get to Loki, and now all of a sudden you swing the turn, you swing the tide in your favor, because you're getting the extra energy from Arishem, and now all your stuff is discounted that from Loki, and you're playing with your opponent's cards, who's probably running just a bunch of good stuff or good tech or big cards, and now you just really get to go to town after that. But Loki as a backup plan is crazy. Professor X, just good, and Professor X gets to be even better because, hey, if you wave on turn 2, that means you can play Professor X on turn 3. And the deck can already play Professor X on turn 4, which is good enough as is, but being able to play him out even earlier is wild. You can lock down locations early. You can still get power in there because we have the vision. It's just, there's a lot happening. Professor X is good and can be very unexpected because nobody's doing it. Vision's just overall one of those good cards, right? He just goes all over the place. Wherever you need a good 5-drop, it's solid 5/8, can move around the board. We can get him out on turn 4. We can get him out on turn 3 if we decide we want to wave into that. And then he can move into the Professor X lane. And that's something that, unless your opponent is also playing a Vision or something else like that, they're just not going to be able to get in there, and you can easily win that lane. Mockingbird is arguably the best card in Marvel Snap right now. And that was before Arishem. So with Arishem, And everything that you pull off of Arishem you play to the board is discounting Mockingbird. So, and then in this deck, it's stuff that you get off of Coulson, stuff that you get off of Loki if you happen to pull her after that. Like, Mockingbird is very good. She's often, on average, I would say 3/9. A lot of the times 2/9. If you get lucky enough, she's a 1 or a 0. She's just very good. Blob is now a staple piece in these Arishem builds. He's always going to be eating up a lot of cards, right? And that's just going to be big power. He's generally going to be anywhere between 15 and 20 power on average, right? He's on average, I would say he's a lot of times like 16-ish, give or take. But just very good and helps with at least thinning things out just a bit if your opponent is playing Darkhawk. Generally, it's not enough by itself, but we're doing so many other things that can counteract the Darkhawk play. Blob is just good here. Galactus, man, shout out to the Galactus crew and Terabang at the head of it. But like, come on. Waving on turn 2 into a turn 3 Galactus is absolutely busted. Nobody's doing it, really. So like, wow. And if you missed it, okay, so what? If you whiff on it, no big deal. Because you have all this other stuff happening, all this variance of cards you're getting from Arishem. It's not the worst thing in the world, which is crazy, right? So like, but if it hits, and you can maybe win the game depending on what the rest of your end plays are looking like. Galactus, the ultimate surprise play. Eliath, I mean, now going to 10 power, there's still so many cases where just shutting off everything your opponent wants to do as long as you have priority is just really freaking good. Especially if you can put him in a lane where you want to protect your big things, like a Blob, for example. Following up Galactus plays where you just want to gain, you gain priority, you slam down Eliath, you stop them from doing effects, you stop everything that the text on the card was. So if they play like an Iron Man or whatever the case may be, just gonna shut it off. Eliath is just very good. And of course, no Arishem deck would be complete without Arishem. It's the namesake card of the deck. It has forever changed how Marvel Snap will go going forward. The game is forever changed now because of this card entering the game. And that's a good thing. But we're going to have to figure out a healthier meta than just 75% of the people playing Arishem. Alright, y'all. Let's get into some gameplay. Oh yeah, we love those opening animations now, right? And always we got, well, there's Project Pegasus, right? Yeah, this is degenerate already. Quinjet, Mirage, Ironheart. Let's save the Ironheart. It's not necessary yet. We can, she's already gonna be a 2-0. Lady Sif is,
hello, so happy.
Naturally, Lady Sif is fine for later. Later. I'm good. Nothing yet. A rock. Well, a Subterranea. Yeah, sure. Okay. Alright, perfect. Coulson. Love that. We love that. Coulson on turn 3 is great. But with this deck, you got the ability to go Coulson on turn 2. Oh, I just realized our opponent's not. I've just gotten so used and numb to people playing Arishem all the time. I just realized our opponent is not playing Arishem. Okay. Here's what we do. If we can have enough prio, there's two things I want. I want vision, first of all. I want to at least attempt to have prio, because then we can, if we can snipe the hella, then we just win. In a certain, realm of possibility. Actually, let's do this first and then this. Let's try to get, we're gonna get some carnage value here. That's at least something. Another rock. I wonder where they play the hella. My guess would be in the right lane. currently, because they got 20 power Infinite over there. You're gonna want to spread the rest of the power as much as you possibly can. Would be my guess, right? Damn, hit the vision, perfect. I'm good. I mean, I say I'm good. Oh, they retreated. I'm sorry, you know what? They probably, okay, now, you know, let's be fair that they also lost the Hela, so we should have snapped way earlier, but I was just kind of playing it out for the sake of sake. We had some nice stuff happening there. Again, this is Arishem. You gotta deal with the variance of the cards. Let's get to the next game. Chubby Bunny. All right. Game 2. And because I'm honest always, in full disclosure and like transparency, but like I haven't played it all with the deck yet. I didn't do any practice before jumping on here. We're just getting right into But again, you're playing around with the variance of the cards. So we have Wave, we could play next turn into Professor X. We can Nocturne, which we just got from Arishem, into the Pro X lane. So Collector should, from anywhere except your deck, +1 power. So it doesn't work. And I'm not going to snap because, you know, me snapping before was like the usual instinct. It was the instinct of, why are you pointing? Because I'm playing Arishem? You should have known that just by seeing how many cards I had. Let's play Wave here. I'm not gonna snap for the sake of content for the video, right? Because we don't want people to retreat, etc, etc. We can go Pro X here. They can also drop a big card, so that we have to be very careful of that. But let's drop the Prof now. That's good. There's an Adam Warlock, so they're gonna get some more cards here. Unfortunately for them, we now have a lane locked off, so that's good for us, right? Coulson is also very good. We like that. Let's get the Coulson down, huh? I was torn between Coulson and Nocturne, but it's okay. We'll go with Coulson. We get to proc the Collector. We can make things happen. We might get an even better card than Nocturne. Look, we got Doc Ock. Now we get to like do this and see where that takes us. They're getting all this extra energy, you know, I'm sorry, extra card draw from Adam Warlock. But if we can shut them out of this right lane, they kind of have to just retreat. You know, these Arishem decks really reward who's the better pilot at just doing, who's the better District X player, right? Of course it's Shang, always Shang, it's always Shang. So we have to Shang and something else. I don't know what the something else is gonna be though. I think, I don't know if we're gonna have enough power for said something else. Let's find out. Super Scroll, because Super Scroll they had Omega Red. I don't know, I don't think that's, if we Shang 5, 8, 10, we can go 4, 7, that's more than 10. Sure is, 12. That should be enough. It is, but here's the thing. They're getting this extra 3 from Omega Red. Don't like that at all. What if... Yeah, because that's going to be 5, 8, 10, 13. And we're only going to have 12. That Omega Red is problematic. Very problematic. And then if we Super Scroll it, man, that's tough. This is real tough. We probably have to back out of this. Because if we Shang the Omega Red, there's no, you know, there's no good finishing line unless we take all the chances with danger room possible. You know what? For the sake of the content, let's see what happens. Let's play with fire, shall we? There's the Mockingbird, and they get to keep the Mockingbird on the board, so just that alone is enough for us to lose, regardless of what Danger Room does with our cards. It's always just play that, you're playing the 50-50. Now, if they didn't snap, we wouldn't have played that out. Well, wait, hold on, let me rephrase that. If you were playing this game, and they don't snap, you play the 50-50. You're like, okay, Danger Room. You're playing around Danger Room. But again, content. So it is what it is. Let's get to the next game. And you know, there's so many of the same, you know, very similar Arishem decks running around. They're teching in Darkhawk, and everybody else is playing Darkhawk. Look, Collector again. It's just, you know, it's in danger of getting stale fast. So I'm just, you know. Wow, Sinister London and Camartage for a deck that looks like they're playing Destroy is fire, playing with fire. Loki is, I mean, Lockjaw is wild. Wow. There's the Killmonger. They're gonna have a crap ton of energy. I mean, the fun part about this for me is that there's a good chance I can shut this off if I play my cards right. If we can, especially if we, the absurd percentage of us trying to hit like Professor X to just completely swoop this is, you know, we're gonna try though. Destroyer, huh? Interesting. We are gonna try. I wonder where they play their next card. Is it in Camartage or is it in Sinister London? Because we can absolutely Eliath their face off. It really doesn't matter. Even if Eliath goes mid, let's Eliath their face off. Careful. We do need Eliath to go mid in that instance, but you know, we'll see. Let's see where they go with it. Let's see if they go mid, could go Sinister London. You know, for us putting it in Sinister London, oh, we shut it off, whatever it is. Yikes. Sucks to be them. There's the Loki on top of all of that. Oof. Oof. That's the... I don't think they have any punches left. I think they're all out of punches. And I'm good with Ultron. And a Silk. There's no strings on me. And it Lockjaw into something, right? Something big. That's big. Blink into... Oh, blink the null away to death. That's right. It's not gonna matter though, because that's... Yeah. We got him. This is nice. To be fair, like I said, you're playing around the variants of Arishem. The core part of this build does what it... Now, Wave helped us, right? Because we were able to wave, you know, into... card. Eliath. So very good. All right, let's get another one. You know, so even though, you know, we're winning some games here, but I'm enjoying the fact that I get to show y'all cards from the core build of what Black Dama has in mind, right? We were able to play the Professor X. We made good use of the wave last game. So like, you're seeing where and why those cards are fit here, okay? And why they're giving good value. As opposed to just, this is another Arishem deck just doing, you know, kind of funky things. Which it still very much is, but you want to see the value of the core part of the build. Storm. Storm's interesting. I would snap back, but that's neither here nor there. And look, we get to War Machine into Gamma Lab. We can do a lot of semi-degenerate things here coming up on this turn. Okay, we get the option to play into the flood lane if we want, right? Which now we can. Jokes on them, we can put a big thing over there if we have one to put. I don't know what that might be, but let me see. Who knows? No, I think I'd rather just, because Gilgamesh can go here for 11, but 11's not enough to really do anything there, even with Mr. Fantastic. Yeah, Storm, I mean, Man Thing does damage for us. Gilgamesh into... It's just not enough. So we just prof. I think. Let's not even give them the option to like put any more cards in that right lane. It's Quinjet, perfect. See, because now, and I say perfect, but you know, take that with a grain of salt. Because now we can Gilgamesh. I'm not sure. It's just 9 power. Right, we're not getting any buff, but I'd rather save the Alioth for having priority. That's the whole point. And again, that gets to showcase. Now, oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I forgot Alioth is in this build. And we made excellent use of Alioth in the last game, hitting the null. So my fault. I forgot. As we were talking about, you know, taking it, you know, showcasing core parts of the build. Yeah, it's unfortunate. We didn't get the cards we needed. It happens. It's gonna happen a lot when you're playing these decks. If we had Shang, it would be great, but we don't. We weren't able to stop. If we had Prio, I would have played Alioth instead of Gilgamesh. 100%. But no point in throwing the cubes away here. We have no chance of winning this, so let's go and get out of here and get to the next game. You know, and even though the whole arc didn't pan out in that last game, the prof play, you still saw it. You still saw the value and how well it fit there, right? Do we Quinjet or Mojo? We Quinjet. And the Mojo potentially doesn't give us any value that we know of yet, so we get to wave this turn. Yeah, let's switch wave. We can do Mojo later if we want. They're gonna fight for mid, right? It's Mojo World. Everybody fights for Mojo World. And Mojo goes good in Mojo World. Let's just get this. If we didn't have Quinjet on the board, I would naturally just play Destroyer. But we've got Quinjet on the board, so I don't want to blow that up because that's part of what we want out of this game plan, and there goes the Quinjet anyway, so. Okay, we can Loki? No. I don't want a Loki. I don't, and especially not 3 cards. And here's another RNG that's, you know, stuff happening in the RNG location. Tarnax action going. Now we flip Prio. And they snap. Great. I want to make sure that we can, you know, do the things that we need to do. Okay, they shut off Mojo World. All the more reason why I should have played. Well, that's actually good for us, honestly. They do have Prio. This probably isn't great for us in a vacuum. I wonder if we play Destroyer, does Destroyer blow everything up and Blob stays on the board because it wasn't revealed yet? No, that wouldn't work because the unrevealed cards from the previous turn would reveal first. Okay, I'm sorry, it's late. I'm tired. I'm sort of tired. Yeah, but they do reveal first, so Shang? Question mark? Maybe? Cable. I don't think they're leveraging trying to play something just big though. Yeah, I should have read that. But I didn't have like just big things. That's the thing. Like the best I could have did with the left lane was Arishem, right? And I say that as if it's nothing. Blob left lane would have been nice. Arishem would have been what, 4? Yeah, thanks. Arishem would have been 4 more points in the left lane. That would have tied. And then the swing and power would have, yeah, I guess it was just play Arishem. But who knows? Like a deck like that, you don't know what you're expecting yet. So it is what it is. Let's play one more. All right, I don't want to keep y'all here forever, right? But I like to give you guys enough gameplay where you can contextualize and see the vision of the deck, right? I think you've seen that though. You've seen what some of the parts want to do. You've seen the Goliath, the Wave, the Professor X, the Vision. You've seen these things play out. Everything else is just kind of like a standard. Yeah, okay, I see what this is. It's an Arishem deck. I get it. Like you know what's happening here. And they're not playing Arishem, so there you have that. Also an option here because I think I'm just gonna put Thanos down. Big bait. I'm good with the big baits. Pixie's interesting. I don't like Pixie. We can float turn 4, play Infinite turn 5. That's an option, right? Then we start to spread really big power across the board is generally a very good thing you can be doing in Marvel Snap. And then we get lucky enough, we hit the Goliath, sure up one of the big lanes. It's good stuff. Absolute good stuff. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off. Good, good. We float this turn though. Yeah, let's float. I don't want to necessarily float this turn, but let's float this turn. Sentry? Okay. Let's slam down Infinite. Let's put him in the middle lane. Then we go to town on trying to figure out the rest of the game plan. Get a 2-cost Mockingbird, so that's good. Naturally, that's gonna come over. Now she's gonna be a 1-cost.
Hello,
so happy. Black Widow, Korg, Spider-Man. Let's get that out of there. Let's do it. We've got options. We're gonna get a free Mockingbird, so that's very good, right? Let's see where Spider-Man goes. Debris. That's not good. That's even worse. Now he can only go one place.
Hey, you found a rook. Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
And unless this pulls debris, I'm gonna need it to pull debris. Damn. That's the game. Is this enough thing? We got any threes on the board the surfer could hit? No. So I mean, wave. Spider-Man's over here. We got Black Widow. We got Goblin. I mean, he hits it. He doesn't do the light up thing, huh? Like a lot of other cards. We get two. We can get 2 points in that lane. That's not enough. We can get 4 points in the left lane. Also not enough. And you just gotta retreat. Hey, sometimes that happens. You don't play. You know, you don't take any unnecessary risks. And this is not an unnecessary risk. This is just retreat because you've lost. All right, let's close this out, y'all. Okay, everybody. So that is the Black Dama cook for this week. Final Judgment. Fun deck. It's Arishem, right? But unfortunately, we didn't get to pull off like a Galactus thing. But that was kind of like the only unique thing here that we didn't get to do. I mean, because we did Vision, right? We did I meant to say Professor X, but we did Professor X, we did Eliath, we did those things. This deck, when those cards show up, gets stronger. We lose the games where that game plan doesn't come together and we're just playing the variants of other cards plus what things our opponent is doing to counter us. But when we hit the cards that Black Dama has in his core build, it's very strong and we can, you know, generally win those games. The Eliath on the null was huge, as you saw. But that's all we got for this week. I am Flash. Catch you guys next week with another one of these videos. The special, the Black Dama, every Friday. You're gonna catch me again on Wednesday doing streaming for Glazer, but you're gonna catch another YouTube video about those decks Thursday, and probably hopefully some more nicks and knacks of my own special cooks and bills in between. But until then, I will catch you next time. Peace.